Did you know that once you turn 80, there are 5 changes that will happen whether you like them or not? No matter how well you prepare, these shifts are inevitable. Not because you're weak, but simply because time moves forward. And understanding them is how you take the next step with more confidence and less fear. In today's video, we're going to explore 5 natural changes that come with life after 80. From your body and mind to your relationships and your inner world. These are things almost every older adult experiences, but not everyone has the words to describe them clearly. And if you're watching right now, let me ask you one small thing before we begin. Where are you watching from? Please leave a comment with your country or city below. We read every single one. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. The next videos will continue to walk beside you on this journey of living well after 80. Now, let's begin with the first change, one that almost every senior feels deeply, but few can avoid. 1. Physical strength and energy decline. By the time you turn 80, one thing becomes very clear. Your body no longer responds the way it used to. Physical strength and energy begin to fade. Not because you're lazy, but because your body has traveled a long road. This change isn't just about getting tired more easily. It comes from deep biological shifts. Muscle mass goes down, bone density drops, cardiovascular performance slows, and recovery takes longer than it used to. Let me tell you about Mr. Thomas, age 83, living in Colorado. He used to enjoy gardening and long morning walks. But lately, even pushing the wheelbarrow around his backyard leaves him winded. "I still want to be active," he says, "but my body just doesn't cooperate like before." His experience is very common. After 80, muscle loss, also called atrophy, becomes more visible. Muscles lose strength and endurance. Bones become more fragile. The heart pumps less efficiently. All of this leads to fatigue, breathlessness, and a need for more recovery time. But this doesn't mean you have to sit still. Simple exercises like walking, stretching, or light strength training can keep your body flexible. Mr. Thomas followed a few simple routines recommended by his physical therapist. Within weeks, he said, "I feel more stable standing up and moving around the house." Nutrition plays a major role too. Eating enough protein, adding vitamin D and B12, and drinking enough water can boost energy and support your muscles. He adjusted his meals, added more fish eggs, beans, and leafy greens. Not long after, he noticed real improvement. The most important thing is to listen to your body. When you're tired, rest. When you're sore, stop. You don't need to push like you're 50 again. You just need to live in harmony with your 80-year-old self. Have you felt this kind of change in your own body? If so, comment number 1 below. We'd love to hear how it feels for you. Accepting this shift doesn't mean giving up. It means learning to move forward smarter and more gently. That is also a form of self-care, a quiet kind of strength. Let's keep going, because after the body, the next big change happens in your thinking. 2. Cognitive slowing. At 80, your body isn't the only thing that slows down. Your mind does too. You may notice it takes longer to recall a name, remember an address, or figure out why you walked into a room. But don't panic. This isn't a sign of disease. It's part of how the aging brain works. Mrs. Linda, an 81-year-old artist from Oregon, says she sometimes needs a few extra seconds to find the right words during a conversation. "I don't speak as smoothly as before," she admits, "but I still love painting, reading, and spending time with friends." Her story is familiar. As we age, our brains process information more slowly. Focus, memory, and mental sharpness can start to fade. Changes in blood flow, nerve connections, and brain structure all play a part. But the good news is your vocabulary, emotional wisdom, and life experience stay strong. You're not thinking less, you're just thinking deeper and slower. And there are ways to stay sharp. Try reading, solve a puzzle, learn something new, join a local group. Mrs. Linda joined a senior book club and a painting class. They keep her mind engaged and her heart connected. Physical movement also supports the brain. A short walk, light gardening, or stretching can increase blood flow and boost mental clarity. Sleep, healthy food, and avoiding alcohol or smoking all help protect your brain. What matters most is your mindset. Some older adults compare themselves to their younger selves and feel frustrated. But when you understand this change is natural, you give yourself permission to adapt with grace. If you've noticed your mind slowing down a bit, comment number 2 below. There's no shame in it. We're here to support each other. Rather than fighting this change, let it be a reminder to slow down, think more clearly, and enjoy the moment. Because next we'll talk about something just as important: the quiet change in the people you keep close around you. 3 social circles shrink. One day you may look around and realize something. The phone rings less often, gatherings happen less frequently, and the group of people in your life has become much smaller. After 80, it's natural for your social circle to shrink. Not because you've changed, but because life has. Mr. Frank, 85, from Montana, used to have a large group of friends. They played cards and shared stories every week. But over the years, some friends moved away. Others became frail. A few passed on. Now only 3 close friends remain. We don't talk every day, he says, but when we do, it's real. This is the quiet shift that happens with age. You begin to care less about how many people are around and more about who truly matters. As health changes, energy fades, or transportation becomes harder, large social events start to feel exhausting. So you choose intimacy over quantity. And that's not a bad thing. A small, honest circle can bring comfort, warmth, and a sense of belonging that a crowd never could. But that doesn't mean you have to isolate. Phone calls, text messages, video chats. They can keep the heart close even when distance grows. Frank, for example, joined a local harmonica group. He doesn't need an audience. He just needs to feel connected. Even simple group activities help you feel alive and seen. Family and caregivers can also help. They can encourage outings, find interest-based communities, or arrange small gatherings that match your energy level. If you've noticed your own circle has gotten smaller, comment number 3 below. There's nothing wrong with that. It's a sign that you're choosing wisely. After all, this stage of life is about quality, not quantity. And now let's explore something even more subtle. The senses we once took for granted begin to change. 4. Sensory decline. After 80, your senses begin to shift. You may notice sounds are harder to hear. Words are harder to read. Food tastes different. Smells fade. These changes are quiet, but very real. Mr. Albert, 84, from Wisconsin, says, "I really have to concentrate in conversations, especially in noisy places. And meals don't taste the way they used to." Many older adults share this experience. Hearing loss often starts with difficulty following conversations, especially in crowds. You may ask people to repeat themselves, or you might turn up the TV louder than before. Vision also weakens. Reading small print becomes difficult. Colors lose their sharpness. Low light makes things blur. Eye conditions like cataracts or macular degeneration may appear. Taste and smell fade together. Your favorite dishes may seem bland, leading to poor appetite or added salt and sugar, both risky for health. But you are not helpless. There are tools that help: hearing aids, stronger lights, reading glasses, flavorful herbs instead of extra salt. Albert got a hearing aid and larger print books. He also started cooking with bold spices and uses bright lights when reading. He says, "It made a real difference. I feel more in control again." If you've noticed your senses aren't as sharp, comment number 4 below. These changes don't mean you're fading. They mean it's time to adjust. Talk to your doctor, use the devices, explain to your loved ones what's happening. You'll be surprised how much easier life becomes when others understand. And now let's move to the final change. The one that happens not outside, but deep within. 5. Deeper reflection and meaning. After all the physical, mental, and social changes, age 80 brings something deeper. A quiet shift inside. You begin to look at life differently. What once felt urgent no longer matters. And simple things begin to hold more meaning. Mrs. Helen, 82, a retired teacher from Texas, says her favorite part of the day is sipping tea on her porch in the morning, watching the flowers bloom. "I don't need to prove anything anymore," she says. "I just want peace and time with the people I love." That is the gift of aging. You're no longer chasing accomplishments or worrying about what others think. You're focused on connection, presence, purpose. This kind of reflection doesn't mean living in the past. It means making peace with it. It means sharing what you've learned, passing on stories, choosing to forgive. Helen writes letters to her grandchildren. In each one, a small story about kindness, patience, or how to get through a difficult day. "I don't know how much time I have," she says, "but I know every day I have is meaningful." You also begin to simplify relationships. You no longer need 100 friends. You just need the few who truly understand you. If you feel that quiet shift inside, comment number 5 below. That's not the end of something. It's the beginning of living with clarity. A life with less noise and more truth. And now let's bring all of this together in one final reflection. Conclusion. We've just walked through 5 changes that come with turning 80. Whether you like them or not, they will arrive. From changes in strength and energy, to slower thinking, smaller social circles, weaker senses, and a quiet shift toward reflection and meaning. But the most important thing isn't what you've lost. It's how you respond. When you understand these changes, you stop being afraid of them. You stop resisting. You start adapting. With grace. With courage. With clarity. We hope this video helped you take a few moments to pause and reflect. Which of these 5 changes felt the most familiar to you? Which one have you experienced or seen in someone you care about? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. Even just one small insight from today. Your story could touch someone else's heart. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and share it with others who might need it. Your support gives us the strength to keep creating honest, gentle, and uplifting content for older adults. Thank you for spending your time here with us today. We look forward to seeing you in the next video. Together, we'll continue this journey toward living well, living fully, and living with deep care.